out loud, these things are all over the place. Yo Smith, backup Patel, and Lieutenant Chang, Victor Power. Commander Greenberg, come in. We need help. The cryptids are everywhere. Do not worry, Lieutenant Johnson. Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones and I are on our way. Brickhouse is with us, Commander Greenberg said to the team. Brickhouse and Jones, you ready?
Yeah, Captain Greenberg, hoorah!
The next night, the team grabs their gear prepared by First Class Sergeant Amy D'Souza and First Class Sergeant Victor Power, the weapons specialists on the team. Retro 3 tranquilizer, rifles, flashbang, smoke bang, night vision goggles, metal and bulletproof resistant body protective armor, and everyone even has a small laser attached to their forearm, plus a GPS tracker on their body gear. The team makes their way to an old seafood facility. The place mainly manufactured fried catfish and fried scallops. Reports have been the creature had been spotted in the area around the building, which is located outside of Betterment City. The team leaves the base on hoverbikes, hovercar, and a International Max Pro riding across town to the building. Brickhouse has the International Max Pro vehicle with the cage attached to lock up the creature. Director Graves speaks to them all remotely through their earpiece. Team, you have all been debriefed on the creature and the events which took place. The creature is extremely dangerous, so please be careful. Please do not use lethal force if you do not have to. Try to bring the creature in alive. Remember, everyone stay sharp. Dr. Winters and I will be watching you all remotely from the control center at the base. Commander Greenberg, they are in your hands. Stay safe, Director Graves says to the group. The group makes their way to the back of the building. Before they go inside, Commander Greenberg speaks to them. Okay, team, listen up. The creature is noted to be hanging around here. Besides being hostile as two, it is massive in size. We are going to split into two teams like before. I will lead Team A, and the mission lead for Team B is Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones. Night vision goggles on everyone. At least the creature got some sense. He's staying around an old fried fish plant. All I need is some collard greens and sweet potatoes to go with the meal. First Class Sergeant Victor Powers said as Lieutenant Patel starts to laugh. Hey, stay focused, Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said firmly. The team enters the building from the back door. Commander Greenberg points and tells Team B to go to the west side of the seafood factory as he leads Team A to the north side of the seafood factory. As the team moves throughout the facility, the smell of old rancid fish fills the air, plus the stench of molded fish fry. Both teams can see huge claw marks on the wall that are 10 feet high. Brickhouse, what is your 20? Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said to him. I'm right above you at the balcony with Lieutenant Patel. We can see you, Brickhouse said to Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones. She looks up and nods to them as she, Lieutenant Gary Johnson, and Lieutenant Loletta Espinoza enter the meat locker. Brickhouse, watch our position. We just entered into the meat locker, Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said to him. As they walk in the meat locker, they can see old remainders of packages of fish. The soldiers look around the room and can see old freezers with boxes of old canned seafood, plus the old uniforms workers wore when the facility was opened hanging up on the wall. Hey, turn your night vision off for a second. Lieutenant Johnson, there is a switch over there. Turn on the lights, Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said to him. The lights fill the room as the group turns to see in the corner an old makeshift bed. Sergeant Major Jones, I believe this is its bed, Lieutenant Espinoza said to her. Great, we are in its habitat, Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said. Sarge, you okay in there? Brickhouse said over the radio. We can see lights inside the room. Yeah, we are good. Just hold your position, Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said to Brickhouse. Sarge, there are lab coats in the room besides the workers' uniforms, Lieutenant Espinoza said to her. Then they all hear a deep growl. The A-voice speaks to them. Why are you here? Get out, a voice says to them. What in the world? Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said. Then the group turns to see a large 10-foot cat humanoid creature enter the room. The creature hisses at them. Weapons up and light this SOC up, Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones yells. Jones, Johnson, and Espinoza all fire their weapons as the creature swings wildly at them. Jones rolls out the way as the creature swings at her, taking a giant brick out of the wall. Lieutenant Johnson uses his laser, which cuts the creature as he gives Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones a chance to move out of the corner and get out of the room. Brickhouse and Lieutenant Patel both see the commotion, and immediately both jump over the balcony down to the ground to add additional cover for the team. Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones radios Commander Greenberg. "Come in, Commander Greenberg. We have located the creature. It is aggressive and we are engaged in battle. We can use additional support in the west side of the building," Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones says to him. "Sergeant Major Jones, we are on our way," he said to Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones as he alerts the rest of his team. "Yo, Lieutenant Smith, give me the tranquilizer cannon," he said as he takes it from Lieutenant Smith and straps it to his back. Team A runs down the steps back to the west side of the building, passing the classic machinery and old decrepit ovens. When they enter the area, they can see Team B all fighting a huge cat-like creature who is jumping all over the place. He smacks Brickhouse out of the way and tosses Lieutenant Johnson aside. The creature is filled with tranquilizer darts, but it is still coming. Commander Greenberg takes off the tranquilizer cannon, directly aiming it at the creature, hitting it smack in the middle of its chest, bring it down to the ground. The cat creature lets out a huge scream as it falls to the ground. Lieutenant Chang and Sergeant D'Souza get the metal cuffs. Commander Greenberg said to them. Brickhouse and Lieutenant Johnson both slowly get to their feet. "Lieutenant Johnson and Brickhouse, you both okay?" Commander Greenberg asked. "Yeah, but probably will need some cold and hot on my body," Brickhouse said to him. "Same here," Lieutenant Gary Johnson said. "Sergeant Major Jones, what happened?" Commander Greenberg asked her. "We went into its habitat and it ambushed us. We barely got out of there. Thanks for showing up. Other thing is the creature spoke to us and told us to get out," Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said to him. "So the creature can communicate," Commander Greenberg said. "Yes, it is highly intelligent but incredibly powerful," Sergeant Major Dakwanda Jones said to him. "All right, team, let's get the package back to the base and let's get out of here," Greenberg said to the team. The entire team helps put titanium shackles on the creature, then move it into a specialized cage as they load it into the truck. Brickhouse is driving, carrying it back to the base to be put in the Kryptid sanctuary. "Commander Greenberg, is everyone okay? We saw the commotion," Director Graves asked. "Yes, everyone is fine, maybe a little shaken, but good," Commander Greenberg said. "Did you get the package?" Director Graves asked. "Yes, the package is secure, but it is a large," Commander Greenberg responded. "Well, that is to be expected. Great, we will see you soon," Director Graves said. The team enters the base and drives on to the large elevator going down to the 50 levels to the Kryptid sanctuary. "Good to see you all in one piece. Please take the creature to room number 22. When he wakes up, I have some questions to ask him. After you all take him there, please go and rest up. Thank you all for putting your lives out there on the line because you are helping to save lives. Enjoy the weekend because next week the grind continues," Director Graves said. The team loads the creature into number 22 location, then returns back to their rooms. Number 22 is in a beautiful area which almost looks like a national park, but with a huge soft bed, gorgeous trees, and lush-filled grass that surrounds the area. Plus there is a small fishing hole there for him. On a stone table is roasted chicken, potatoes, and large bowl of soy milk waiting for the creature when he wakes up. 3 guards stand outside the section. Director Graves walks down to the front of Sector 22. A thick piece of specialized glass and metal separate him from the cat creature. The creature wakes up and then screams with a growl. Then he speaks in a deep voice. "Where am I? Take me home!" he yells with a growl. Director Graves pushes the intercom button. "So you can speak. You are in a sanctuary for cryptid creatures. The reason is because we were informed that 3 scientists were attacked and barely survived," Director Graves said. "Good, they deserved it after how they treated us," the creature said. "What did you do to them? Why did you attack them?" Director Graves asked the creature. "You think it was me? Ha ha, no, it was not me. Maybe you should ask Megatex. Those doctors attacked were hired by Megatex to take orphans or society's rejects and transform them into animals," the creature said to him. "Look what they did it to me. I was once a normal man who ran a community center. Then I caught Megatex's minions after hours trying to kidnap one of the youth to experiment on them. So I went to work kicking their behinds. However, I did not see the soldier from Megatex behind me. Next thing I know, I woke up strapped to a table. There are tubes in my arms. The scientists who were attacked were the main ones who put chemicals into me to change my DNA to that of a mountain lion," the creature said to him. So you wanted revenge? Director Graves asked. No, but I do believe whoever Page Knight and those scientists crossed wanted revenge. The creature said to him, well, enjoy the food on the table until we figure this out and get you back to normal. This is the safest place for you right now, Director Graves said to him. Fine, but if you get Page Knight, please bring him to me. I would like to turn him into dinner for what he did to me and the other people, the creature said to Director Graves. I will think about it. Have a good night, Director Graves said as he walks off. Director Graves turns the corner to go on the elevator. Commander Greenberg is there waiting for him. How much did you hear? Director Graves asked Commander Greenberg. All of it, Greenberg said. So Megatech strikes again, Commander Greenberg said. Yep, Director Graves said. We have got to stop them, Commander Greenberg said to Director Graves. Yes, we have to stop them, but because they are crazy enough to try to change the entire planet into humanoid creatures. These people will try to build a cryptid army. Not sure what sauce they are on, but it is clearly not the right one, Director Graves said. At least we know what we are up against, Commander Greenberg said. True, Director Graves responded. Well, if we can help turn him back to normal, and I can help bring down Megatechs, I'm all for it. Besides, I have been on the inside and I was not impressed. Unethical methods to try to control the world for a nickel and a dime bag. They are some clowns. Besides, this commander is not afraid to kick Megatechs' behinds, Commander Greenberg said to Director Graves. Well, that is good to know, but never underestimate them, Director Graves said to Commander Greenberg. I don't, but they should not underestimate us either, Commander Greenberg said to Director Graves. Now that is what I'm talking about. Now let's go get some dinner, Director Graves said to him, smiling. The men walk out of the cryptid sanctuary talking to each other, walking towards the elevator to go back up to the upper levels in the base.